Tonight, the sports world is on fire. MLB opening day is here. The Sweet 16 tips right off now. The NBA just approved expansion into 2 cities for the first time in 22 years. The WNBA just signed the most historic labor deal in women's sports history. Netflix debuted on baseball, and some might say it was a disaster. The NFL referees walked out on talks after a half a day. And North Carolina just blew up one of the most storied coaching tenures in college basketball history, one might argue. 90 minutes, one crew, no hot takes, no narratives, just real sports talk for real fans. Chasers Nation, welcome to Thursday Night Live. This is the Sports Chasers, episode 492. Let's go, let's get it in.
This is Sports Chasers, where real fans get real sports talk. No hot takes, no narratives, just objective perspective, honest debate, and everything happening across the sports landscape. Now, let's join the chase.
Hey, good evening, everybody. What's happening, everybody? It's another edition of the Sports Chasers coming to you live and direct here on a Thursday day, March 26, 2026, man. A lot of things going in the world of sports. Yes, we was off on Monday. And, man, we're going to have a good time tonight, man. A lot of things are going to in the world of sports, man. But before we get into it, make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit all the bells for all the notification. And those that have been listening to me under the sound of their voice, y'all know what it is. Give us that 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5-star review, 5-star review. Lovers or haters. Let us know how we're doing in the sports world, as they so eloquently have done. And shout out to the Sports Chasers. Hey, man, top 10 in sports news for the last since end of February. It's pretty impressive. Let's meet the crew. D-Dubbz, what's up? How are you tonight, sir?
Yo, what's good, man? Happy, what's this? MLB opening day last night.
Hey.
And, hey. It's good. Baseball's back, man. Thursday night. Hey, we here. Sports Chasers. How y'all doing?
Gotcha. Dan, good afternoon, sir. Good evening, sir. How are you tonight, sir?
Doing good. Good to see everybody. How's everybody doing?
Man, everybody's good, man. Dan's Buckos, man. O'Neal, man. What's he doing out there in that outfield, bro?
Hey, man. The new year, same shit.
Dan totally gets a 30-minute policy on
Sorry.
He forgot.
Yeah, I was so excited. New roster.
Same
result.
Ryan's with us early, man. Ryan's down on his luck about his Rockets, man. But hopefully he'll pep up, man. Ryan, good afternoon, sir. Good evening. How are you, sir?
Hey, man. Like I said, man, it's I'm not gonna be mad today, man. I'm just gonna be calm, cool, and collected.
It's all good.
Brian, you be telling it's a long season, man. So
no.
It's just the regular season, right? You just said
it is.
It's the highs and lows, you know. It's the ebbs and flows.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
The ebbs and flows. I've been preaching that all day long. But when you break a 29-year record.
I was wondering if I read that right. 245 at overtime, up 15,
up 13.
13.
They start. I know we're jumping right into it. Let me just get this off my chest. They started. They were down by 11, came back and took the game to overtime. So I'm proud of them for that. Shout out to the Rockets for coming back.
Yes, yeah. Ryan's referencing the Houston Rockets last night against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Go ahead, Ryan.
Hey, forced overtime, and like I said, I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to be mad because I just can't right now. Can't do it. So
understandable.
Overtime, they jump out on a 13-0 run in 2.5 minutes. The only thing was there was 2.5 minutes left.
Did Reggie Miller suit up for them?
Man, somebody suited up for them. And then we went on a 13-0 run and lost on a 15-0 run. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kev, man. My bad, man. I'm hijacking the show.
Oh no,
Nah, nah.
you good, man. I put your little promo up there, man. You know, there you go.
There we go, crossover.
You was ready, bro.
Oh my God, man. I
What
mean,
Go ahead, Ryan.
no, you good, bro. I'm good.
Yeah, man.
We'll get back to Ryan, man. Let him,
Yeah, you gonna get yeah.
let him simmer for a little bit. You know, he'll be right.
Let's go to the
Absolutely.
Chasers Post, man, to the news, man. Let me go to the news real first. Chasers Nation, we are smack in the middle of the Sweet 16. And while madness is happening on the court, there's bigger stories happening off of it. One of the most storied programs in the history of college basketball blew up their coaching staff. And it started with one of the most embarrassing collapses in NCAA tournament history. North Carolina, home of Dean Smith, Roy Williams, and Michael Jordan, just fired Hubert Davis. And they're going to cut him a check for $5.3 million to walk out the door. Let that sink in and why they want to do that. So we'll just get into it. D-Dubbz, you kind of called this earlier. Let me just a couple of talking points here. Davis fired Tuesday, 5 days after blowing a 19-point lead to VCU in overtime in the first round. I don't believe they even scored in that overtime, if I remember correctly. The largest lead ever blown by any team in men's first round history, lost in OT. There you go, 0 field goals in overtime. Second straight first round exit, first time ever in UNC program history. UNC owes Davis $5.3 million, honoring his full contract. The total 2026 pay was for $3,850,000. 9 p.m. team meeting at his house. Minutes after the ADs emailed his staff, it hit the inbox at 8:55 p.m. Wow. 125 and 54 in 5 seasons, 4 years remain on his contract. The AD statement, he said, we must move forward in a way that allows our team to compete more consistently at an elite level. Davis's response says, my desire to continue to coach here. My goal is to coach again in the near future. For the first time in 74 years, UNC will hire someone outside the Carolina family tree. So they said. So I get it to D-Dubbz, your thoughts on Hubert Davis. He's no longer the coach of UNC.
Yeah, did you say that this came like what 5 days after the? Did you mention that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm not shocked. I think I said it the other night. I said Hubert should be gone, man. I mean, like I said, even with your best player out, I don't think you should. I think this team is still talented enough to win the first round, but they didn't. Hubert had a tough. What you been at? 5 years?
Yeah.
5 years. Well, not sure to say tough. He did win. What was it?
With a 22.
Yeah. So I mean,
You
I just didn't feel.
You mean he went to the championship?
Yeah, not win at all. Just get far in a tournament. I mean,
And
listen,
he had a 15-point lead at halftime or something like that, a big lead.
Yeah, they had a big lead.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, man, I just never thought Hubert Davis was that like that. He got the stamp of approval from Roy Williams. I mean, when you get the stamp from the UNC god at that time, you pretty much you good. So they're gonna roll with you. So, but I never liked Hubert Davis like that. Nothing personal or nothing like that. It's just I didn't like him since when he was with the Knicks. So that's how far I go back with Hubert Davis. So hey, I'm sure he's nice person, nice coach, but I think I think it's probably the right move. I don't know what the rest of the people had said, but I think it's probably the right move, and they just gotta figure out what coach could. I think me and Ryan was talking, going back and forth. Ryan, and he hit the nail on the head. Recruiting is big. You gotta be able to recruit, and in this day and age, I don't know if that's it's hard now with NIL. We have gone into ad nauseum at it with this recruiting thing and all this stuff. So all this plays a major factor. So
Gotcha. Go ahead, Ryan.
No, that's why I was gonna start with that. This is all about recruiting, because you look a couple of miles down and you see Duke, who gets all the top players every single season. They got a top 3 class damn near every year, and that's what it's about. Now let's be honest. Hubert took the team that was basically Roy Williams' team to the championship. They had a lead, lost the lead. Then I believe they didn't even make the tournament. And they went to the NIT or they refused to go to the NIT. One of the two. North Carolina has no business not making a tournament. And so the writing was always on the wall. And
inconsistency. Just
yeah,
go ahead.
And it's just the recruiting. The recruiting has to be better. Has to be better, especially when your rival and your arch nemesis is running laps around you recruiting wise. I'm not saying he's not a good coach. I think he is. He did a decent job, but decent doesn't work in North Carolina. It's a blue blood. So you have to be elite. You're not going to win every year, obviously, but you have to make Final Four appearances, Elite 8 appearances. Damn, I mean, even Sweet 16 appearances. You have to go far in the tournament, and you have to be a top 10 team. Now, obviously, he lost his best player. That would have made a difference. He probably would have won the game. But like I said, the writing was on the wall. They wanted to make a change anyway, and this was their chance to do so. And it's unfortunate. It seems like a great guy. His players love him. He wants to coach again. But yeah, it comes down to recruiting, man. And North Carolina shouldn't be struggling to recruit players. 5-star, 4-star players. You know what I mean? So,
and I think just to piggyback, you said it right. This was just the perfect. This is just handed. It ended up perfect for them. A 19-point lead, and you blow it. That was all she wrote. I think that was it. It was like, okay, yeah, we got this. This is it. This is it, guys. This is our chance to, if they didn't really like him, that was it. A 19-point lead, and you was up and you lose a lead like that. I don't know.
And it also could be the boosters, people who in this NIL era, right? Boosters they're damn near like owners of the team.
Facts.
Because they're forking out money. They're forking out money for you to sign these top-notch players. And if a booster says, "Hey, I'm not giving this money if y'all don't get rid of him," then he's gone. Period. That's because that's the only way you're gonna survive. So you just can't recruit on just name alone anymore. And we've seen it. North Carolina, they've had an okay recruiting class, but it's not like the Dukes, man. It's not like hell, like the Floridas and stuff like that, and getting portal guys. And I mean, Florida just brought in Boogie Flan. I mean, they got knocked out, but they're not getting those higher echelon guys, and that's where it comes down to.
And Kevin and Bubba Cunningham, the AD, he is not laying on that sword for Hubert Davis. He is not going to,
Oh no, he's like no.
Oh no, we got no AD. They're not going to lose their gig. Oh no, we're going to make some changes, and the writing was probably on the wall from early. So 2022, 2023, almost missing, getting almost not making turning. Yeah, all that stuff. I think factored in for him.
I think I'll say this. Allude to what Ryan said, man. This losing that 19-point lead and the thing in overtime, man, that pretty much summed it all, man. Maybe they would have lost in the Sweet 16. Maybe he holds on to his gig, man. But get ousted by VCU, and like you said, was it the year before? They didn't even make it. And then they had the nerve to snub their nose up at the NIT. And it was like,
yeah.
I just wish the angry fan was here.
Well, I was going to ask you, Dan. What the angry fan? What did he say? If anybody didn't know, V-Lac that usually comes on the show, man. He's a huge North Carolina fan. Huge North Carolina fan.
Well, we carpool to work every now and then, and he's was it the WFNZ, the fan listener? So of course we're listening to that going to work, and they made some really good points. Like the Hubert Davis that they hired was for a different era than it is now. Like they hired him where recruiting was more of what you needed to do.
More prevalent.
And now you don't even have to recruit. You just got to open the bag. So he's not that NIL guy. He's more come to your house, sit in your living room, and talk to your kid.
I could go for that, but they do have a bag that they can't open.
Yeah, but it's North Carolina. They got a bag.
It's North Carolina.
Yes,
they got a
but
bag.
you got to remember.
But
You got to remember, there's only so many boosters. And what did they just do the year prior with football? Did they not spend a bag to get Belichick?
But Belichick,
Did they not spend a bag to bring in 70 new kids?
Oh well, his clock is ticking too. But go ahead.
Yeah, but that being said, like when listening to this show and the people that were hosting it, they were talking about that, like they gave him like a 24, 48 hour window supposedly to come up with a plan how to fix things. And I don't believe it involved like throwing money at it. I need more NIL. What would you do, coaching, recruiting, whatever, differently? And I think from what they were saying, it was more about the family involved in the coaching staff or whatever it was, that he wasn't willing to make a change and bring in new, different people into the coaching ranks with him. And then ultimately they said, yeah, we're good.
That's I'm sorry. That's a good point. It's a good point, but at the same time, you're a coach. You guys coaching. You got to know how to pivot in this game. This.
Why Saban doing TV now? Because he don't want to deal with that crap.
Hey, well.
So I mean, you got to understand it's a different era, and it's different.
Yeah,
point.
Saban left because the playing field was leveled. That's why he left.
Right.
Because he was stockpiling all the talent, 5-star, 4-star talent. So that's why he left, because he knew that the playing field was level, it was even.
So he had a constant rotation. He had everybody was good. Everybody was good on the team. The people on the bench, 3rd, 4th string was good. Yeah. So he had a constant churn out. So hey man, listen, hey Hubert, man, good luck in your future endeavors, man. And I'm sure, like I said, like Ryan, I'm sure he's a good coach. He'll bounce back if he wants to, but like I said, this era, and Dan, that's a good point though. Good point.
Well, even Lackey said he needed to go.
Good, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, I just don't think he was a fit for that.
Yeah,
kudos to Roy Williams. Yes, I just don't think that he was the guy for that team. Just me on the outside looking in. I don't have a dog in the fight. I could care less about UNC, Blue Skies. It doesn't bother me. I'm just looking on the outside looking in.
But Hubert Davis is not 65, 70 years old. Hubert Davis is in his mid-50s.
Yeah.
And he's been an assistant coach, and he just got the gig 4 or 5 years ago.
This is what I'm saying. I mean, like I said, I could. You're right. He's not old, and I could get it. I could see from that standpoint that he didn't change or whatever the case is. But like I said, if you're going to be in the game, he looked like he was going to be there. If they didn't fire him, he was going to still be there. So, hey, you got to pivot. You got to understand that the game has changed, and you got to pivot. That's your job, to pivot. If the game is changing, I don't know.
Definitely. Hubert Davis will wind up somewhere else. Hopefully, he said he still wants to coach, and North Carolina is seeking somebody outside of the UNC family tree. Real pivot, real quick. I don't know what the Charlotte Hornets are wearing tonight. I got them. Shout out to all my people that text me that's at the Knicks game, the Hive game, the Knicks and Charlotte game tonight, man. Hopefully the Knicks get this win. And but the Hornets been playing well, but I don't know what's up with the Hornets with this orange jersey. If anybody can,
It's the Bobcats, man. They're going back. It's the Bobcats joint. It's from that period.
Why would you want to go back to that?
Bro, listen, man. The marketing, man. Jeremy from marketing said, "Hey, let's do it.
We got to have as many different type of jerseys so they all.
That's just selling jerseys, man.
Yeah, man. We've been down this road before, Kev. Get off your lawn. It is what it is, bro.
I didn't know what it was. I thought the Knicks were in Charlotte.
Hey.
They look like they got mixed colors. They got blue and orange on.
I seen it early this throughout the year. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it, but hey, this is what they do.
I'd always the Hornets wear the teal and the purple, man. That's what I know. The Alonzo Mourning and the grandmama days. But I'm gonna get off my lawn. Let me go to my next story here. So it's just what it is, man. Let me go to my next story here. Let me go to the NBA here real quick. The NBA just made one of the biggest moves in professional sports in over 2 decades. On Wednesday, all 30 owners voted unanimously to officially explore expansion into Seattle and Las Vegas. The NBA has not expanded since 2004. That is 22 years. And now they are talking about 2 new franchises that could each cost between, get this, y'all, $7 and $10 billion to buy in. Say that number out loud. The league is no longer just growing. It's exploding. Couple of talking points. I said all the voters voted 30 said yes, nobody said none. Silver says there are some the owners who felt we just frankly don't need to expand, they said they won't commit to who said who, and Silver said we need to know by the end of this calendar year what we're doing. The target date is 2028, 2029. Seattle left in 2008, won a title in 1979, became the OKC Thunder. Fans have lobbied for 18 years for a team back in Seattle. Seattle's arena is ready, where the Kraken play at Climate Pledge Arena. That's where the new old franchise will be playing at. Bringing the Sonics back is top priority. This is the state of Washington's governor. He said, I plan to be there at tip-off. Las Vegas, Silver Core NBA Summer League, our 31st market. Vegas has hosted NBA Cup Finals since 2023. And this is new. I just heard this morning. Magic and the MAGI group met with the Nevada governor, and Golden Knights owner Bill Foley is also interested in buying the new team in Vegas. LeBron, if y'all didn't hear, he said he was out. He's no longer interested in bidding on a Vegas team. Both new teams will go to the West. One current West team, the Wolves or the Grizzlies, likely will move to the East. I'll start off with the NBA guy. Ryan, your thoughts on this? I know you touched on it last week, but now it looks like it's going to really be a thing.
Yeah, like I said, it was a no-brainer. For the last 5 years, we all knew this was a team. These were the teams. If you're going to have any kind of expansion or new teams or a team moving, Seattle was top priority, like you said. So they basically stole their team in the middle of the night and went to OKC. It's
a fact.
Where that was Durant, I think, first year. So his rookie season, they were in Seattle. Then they moved his second year, right? And then so that was always top priority. And then it's top priority to have a Vegas team with now sports gambling being legal, where now you have a baseball. Oakland's going to Vegas, right? That's
Correct.
what it is.
They open up next year.
Right, exactly. So MLB is going to have a team in Vegas. NFL has a team in Vegas. WNBA has a team in Vegas. So it's a no-brainer. You have to have a team in Vegas, and it just makes a lot of sense. So and dollars. So you have, like you said, you have two franchise with a bidding. Now that's just a bidding, guys. It's starting at $7 to $10 billion. So when somebody can purchase this for $15 billion.
Yep.
So I think the projections were each owner can clear like $15 billion more to their franchise. So it's a no-brainer. Nobody was gonna vote no. When you weren't about, there's not enough good players. Stop. There's players all over the world. There's more players. There's more players than ever before.
Ryan, I heard that nonsense.
It's
earlier.
ridiculous.
It's
there's
so
not going to be
stupid.
enough players.
It's plenty of players out there. It's just they got to
Right.
get the opportunity. This just opens up
Exactly.
more opportunity for players to play, and it's a no brainer. This is a good move
Right.
for the NBA. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And not only that, what's even more fascinating, right, is the expansion draft. Because now you're gonna have 2 teams coming in. So so each team roughly, I think they can only protect between 7 and 8 players.
Oh, 7 to 8. I thought it was okay. I thought it was you're right. 7 to 8,
Between
and they have
seven,
to leave like 3.
they say
3.
8. No, you can protect 8, and that's it. Everybody.
Yeah.
I think it's between 7. I think it's 8. You can only protect 8 players on
8
your
players.
roster.
Correct.
So if you're a team like OKC, they're gonna get pilfered. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be exciting. There's a lot of deep teams out there with young talent, and you can only protect 8. So it's an exciting time, and we're gonna see that in the WNBA, right? They have 2 teams coming up. The expansion draft, I believe, is like next week. Yeah, something like that. So that's what I'm looking forward to, is that expansion draft, man, and for the NBA when they allow these 2 teams. And if I had a vote, or I had what I think was going to happen, I think it's going to be Minnesota that's going to go to the East, the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
So let me ask you: is 2 teams coming in? The 2 teams got to go out. So is it Minnesota
No,
and
no, no,
Memphis?
No, 2 teams are coming in. So 2 teams is going
To
there.
the
So
East.
1 team has
out.
to go out.
Oh,
Yeah. So it'll be Minnesota.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's your one team going to the East.
Minnesota.
Right.
Minnesota.
Okay. All right.
I would think it'd be Minnesota. It just geographically it just works better like that.
Yeah, they're saying Minnesota or Memphis. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen. It's a good. I think it's good. The talent depth is good. I mean, I think we'll get back to players owning and having a say so in teams. You know what I'm saying? This is my team. This is, you know what I'm saying? And I think we'll get back to the more of a more competitive balance in the game, like we used to have. And, people take a little bit more pride. I think, what is it? Conference realignment. I mean, this is good. This is good. Massive revenue for everybody. So it's good. What up, DA?
Yo.
What's good with you?
Yeah, man, everything is, everything, man. Garbage disposal don't work.
Hey, the garbage disposal work. They call the Houston Rockets. That's the garbage disposal. Them dudes. My God.
Let me tell you what grind my gears, man. Right. So
okay.
Started off already. All right.
Yeah. I've been thinking about this for a minute, right? So the NBA, right? You got this draft and 2 new teams and protecting dudes and whatnot. That's all good. Nothing wrong with that. What I think they should do and what they don't do, and this shit is an abject failure in my eyes, is they should be taking dudes from the D League, and they should be forced to be taking dudes from the D League or the G League for the expansion team. Because the object of the D League or G League, when it was, I guess kind of taken away from what the CBA was, when we were kids, is you're supposed to have every team is connected to a G League or D League team. You're supposed to, at some point in time, bring these dudes up to play in the NBA, where they should be ready to play in the NBA and do what they do, right? Because it's supposed to be the developmental league, and then it was the Gatorade League or whatever the hell it is. It's a black hole. Kids get drafted, they get put on a 2-way contract, they get put in the G League, and you never see them again, regardless of how good they get or how much better they are than dudes that are already up on the team. It becomes a money thing. This guy got a contract, so we can't bring you up. So dudes are sent to the G League, which is the black hole. They never come back up. They never get up. You know what I'm saying? They never get a chance to play in the NBA. And that's what the G League was supposed to be. a chance to, okay, all right, you good, like baseball, you good, you don't right now you're not ready. Okay, you're not ready right now. That makes sense. You have a place to play, to get your craft right, and then get to be an NBA player. But guess what? Never happens. They get to be an NBA player. They never come up. You hear about Bronny, and you think that's no, dog. The kid that they drafted last year that was nice is down there language, whatever the hell that word is.
Languishing.
Thank you, sir. On the Palo Alto Lakers out there.
Dalton Connect.
Yeah, and that cat got minutes and buckets last year. Dog, right? So you got an expansion draft of 2 new teams, and you're not making those 2 teams pull cats from D-League teams? That's some BS, man. That's some BS. Because them kids, they'll never come up. They're in the system they are in now. My man, Matt McClung, that scored 59 points one night and 54 the next night. And you telling me he can't play on the Chicago Bulls? Come on, man. Stop playing.
Hey, Chicago Bulls just beat the Rockets.
Well, the Rockets ain't no good. But,
Well, DA, from what I'm reading now,
I'm not saying they ain't no good, but what I'm saying is that there are kids in the D League that could come up and play on the big teams.
Right.
And help them, whether they go back down or not, right? Especially when you got an 82 games year, there's going to be times, then you could do that, right? The Knicks have 4 dudes that they could have brought up this year to help when they was going through their doldrums. They got a 6'8" wing kid named Dink that runs the court, handles the ball, plays defense. Boom. Got another cat. A lot of people don't watch the G League, so they don't know these kids even exist. But the point I'm making is what is the purpose, man? What exactly is the purpose? You just giving dudes another place to play? Because if that's what it is, fine. I'm good with it. But when I remember it being rebranded after the CBA, I think Isaiah Thomas bought the CBA and then some other stuff happened, and, whatever. So it became the D League or the G League or whatever it is. But the reality is that we can probably name on a hand dudes that was in the G League. They got to the NBA and, are starters that really play. I mean, I know they had a team that they actually built to be a team that does that in the G League. I forgot the name, but the dude from he's supposed to be number 2. He was number 2 when Wemby came out, the guard. He's in Portland now. But I'm like, come on, man.
Henderson, Scoot,
man. Yeah, so he's up. But he didn't even – his thing was different because he went from high school straight to the G League for a year or 2, and then he went, boom, he came up. But the reality is, by and large, most of the individuals that get put in the G League, they stay in the G League. And you can't tell me all of them are not good enough to make the league. That can't be true.
Well, according to what I'm reading. But go ahead, Ryan. I think you got something. Go ahead.
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But for the expansion draft, you can't have a team and just let them pick from the G League guys.
No. I'm not saying all of them. No, I'm not saying all. I'm saying, but you should make it so you got to get 2 or 3 to give these dudes a chance. That's all. 2 or 3 a team, 4 dudes.
Listen, there's
4 dudes.
So the reason why the G League was, or the D League at first, and then became the G League, the reason why it was even created was because back then, when college students put their name in the draft, they couldn't go back to school. So what happened was they were caught in limbo. They couldn't go back to school, and they didn't get drafted. So So the reason why they did a G League was because of that. To try to filter those guys there and see if we can't, let them hone their skills and get better.
And
there's
DA, I'm asking you a question, Ryan. Be cool.
Oh,
After and you said get better and what?
Well, maybe sometimes they don't get better, DA. Maybe sometimes they just still not that good to go into the NBA.
Ryan, we're not going to have this. We're not going to, because right now you're talking crazy.
But DA, you can't ask me to answer your question. When I answer your question, you cut me off.
All right,
let me answer your question.
Answer the question.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, dude, talent is talent. You don't think if a franchise has a player who can help them win, they're not going to bring them up? They are. It's about winning. They all want to win.
I disagree.
Listen. I'm not saying. Of course, there's talent in the G League. But to say that they're in the G League for a reason. And I told you the reason why they had the G League. The reason why they had the G, and that's why they're probably going to get rid of it now, because kids can go back to school whenever the hell they want because of NIL money. That's the only reason why they had the G League, is because kids were in limbo.
I'm good with that. Right? I'm good with that, but that's not the purpose that they said. The purpose that they said. No. Ryan, go read it.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying this, right? I brought this up because I read it. All right. So if
just because you read something don't mean it's true.
No.
What did you read?
No, listen to me. It's the NBA statement as to why they created the development league, was to develop players to get to the NBA. That's the ultimate goal of the league. Now, it may not always happen. It may happen, few and far between. But we're at a point now where it hardly ever happens. And that's
because
not
maybe
the
they're not
purpose of the
that
league.
good to make it. Right. Listen.
I got you.
But what I'm saying is, you're acting like there's no G League guys who can't get a 2-year deal and then make it. It's just the opportunity.
I'm saying this to you because I saw the numbers, and it's a very small percentage, Ryan, of guys that go to the G League that get to come up and stay in the NBA. So if that's the case, you're not developing them because they're not getting any better. Right? Because
they're getting better, but they're just not as good. Look! How many stories have you? There's only like a handful of guys that in the MLB that's been in the Grapefruit League and comes up and becomes a household name. It just rarely happens. The cream of the crop. The cream of the crop is going to always be the cream of the crop.
Actually, Ryan, if you look at baseball, right, where the average age of players first coming in is 23, 24 years old. Why? Because they damn near all have to go through the minor leagues. It's very few people, Doc Gooden, Darryl Strawberry, dudes that were 19 years old. But you just brought that up. You brought this sport up.
I just said there's only a handful of stories that you hear about a guy who was in the development league and coming up and being a household name. That's all I said.
No,
that's the fact.
This is what you said. Now, guys, you can back me up. He said in baseball, you don't hear about boom boom bap.
I said there's a handful of guys. I did not say that. No. I said there's a handful of stories.
So what I'm saying to you is that in baseball, Kevin, you can back me up. Most of the dudes that come up to the major leagues in baseball had to go to some minor league of some sort. Like 90%. I understand that, but
it's apples and oranges. You can play in baseball. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Ryan, I'm done. Because you brought up baseball, so I'm giving you the baseball example.
Oh my!
Right? You said only a handful of players, and I'm telling you that's not the way it is. What I'm saying to you in basketball is that if you look at the players coming out of college to play in the NBA, you can't tell me that you can't have more than 10, 15 dudes in the G League come up on a yearly basis. What I'm saying to you, what I've read, based upon what it was, the league was done for, was to develop players to get to the NBA. That's why it was the D League. And I understand what you're saying, Ryan, and you're right. They did have a point where it's a catch-all for cats that, say they want to go to the NBA. You get an agent, and the NCAA at that point said, "Dog, you stuck."
That's all.
Now we don't want you to do that. No, but that's not all. That's not the reason. The only reason why that league was there. It's to catch those players, right, and get them better, good enough to go to the NBA. That's what it's made. It's called the D League.
There's one thing I know about. There's one thing I know about sports and about sports franchise and about sports teams. If you're good enough and can contribute, and you can add the wins, they're going to let you play.
Yep,
they're going to let you play.
We're going to ask Jonathan Kuminga about that after the season's over. Let's go, Kev. Next topic. We'll ask Kuminga about that at the end of the year, and we'll see if what you're saying is true. All right, Kev, let's go.
Playing good now.
He was 4 years in Golden State. He ain't play at all.
That's because him and the coach didn't agree. That's all that was.
Okay.
That's all that was.
Happened, though. It did happen, though, right? It did happen.
Yeah.
All right, good enough. All right, that's it. We're done. We're done. We're good. Yo, dog, you win. You were done. I just wanted to say what I didn't like about what I saw. So that's all.
That's what brought DA's gears. Let's move on. It's opening day. Second day of opening day. The most sacred day on the baseball calendar. And what did Netflix do to their first MLB broadcast ever? They turned opening night into a commercial for its whole streaming service.
Yep.
Too many promos, a score bug so small you need a magnifying glass, a hazy camera, and they missed the first automated ball call, man. So
I thought it was my eyes, but maybe it wasn't.
Like, do I need Windex? What's wrong with my TV, right? So it was the Yankees versus the Giants, Oracle Park last night. Netflix first ever MLB broadcast. Yankees won 7-0. It had an infomercial field. Barry Bonds pregame. Kirk Kreiser on the field. WWE, the Uso brothers. Jameis Winston was on the
selling shirts.
He was on the grounds crew. Netflix branded kayak, and McCovey Cole.
Hey D, hustle man. That's the
That's my man. So Jameis do whatever you ask him to do.
There was three distinct problems. You had the hazy camera, the primary center field camera.
Was bad.
Most of the game, pregame fireworks, late afternoon, San Francisco sun. Problem number two, production was doing an in-game interview when the first ever ABS challenge was used. Matt Vascarian had to watch viewers up after the fact. And you had the tiny scorebug. Score bug, yes. Player names and pitch counts in extremely small type. Social media response says, I would really prefer if the names could be even smaller. Somebody MLB Network behind the scenes under the 3-year rights deal. MLB Network ran the production, will do the same for a home run derby and the Field of Dreams game. So, folks out there, you got it's only 2 more chances, right? That Netflix gets at this year.
Two more chances to miss that bullshit. That's what you get. That was horrible, man.
They had the I even heard somebody today. He said, "Yo, it was almost Savannah Banana-ish." You know, they had the Giants coming out the what's that? The streetcar
trolley,
like that.
Yankees came out through the New York City cabs, old school cabs. Yeah, I could see that, but hey, I thought it was a good little spin on it, man. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I'm done. Go ahead, give your spill on that. I'll give you mine too.
Hey, man, the haziness, right? So I thought it was me. I thought, so if those who don't know, I have some issues, but so I thought it was me until my wife said, "Yo, it's hazy." I said, "Oh shit."
Yo, thanks.
I said, "Damn,
fix this damn TV. Let me fix this goddamn TV."
So it's not me. It's them. It's okay. So you see this is what I see on a daily. So hey, listen, I'm not going to jump out the window, Kev. You sent me the stuff earlier today. I said, yo, I've seen worse. They didn't come back to the they went to commercial. They didn't, and when you came back, somebody was already pitching the ball, whatever the case is. We've seen that in before, so that wasn't a big deal to me. But yes, the score overlay very small, all this stuff, but Netflix got it. Will get it right. I think they will get it right. They've done it before. They've done other sports games. They've done the NFL. Boxing, all the stuff. So hey, I'm not going to jump because there's other sports they have done. They've gotten it right and it looked good. So they'll be all right.
Kevin's boy was in the back telling them how to do it.
Jeremy in the back.
Jeremy had too many suggestions, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, they got my man out there in McCovey Code and the kayaks, man, just talking. I was like, hey, man, are we going to actually see
baseball?
I think,
yeah.
my opinion, watching it, they, tried to create a little bit more conversation within. Some people just want, just baseball and stuff like that, and I get it. They're there to entertain, and they're there to, make a buzz about it, man. But you can't be missing like the first ABA.
Kev, you hit the nail on the head. It's kind of Savannah bananas type deal. But I think all major league sports have taken this thing where they are trying to this sports and entertainment thing, and they are really locking on to that sports entertainment thing. Yeah, I mean, they have literally taken on WWE's brand and put it and try to incorporate it in everything what they're doing. So it is what it is, man. At this point, I mean, I don't know if it's going to stop unless people just start saying, "Yo, they're not watching it." But people are going to keep watching. People love sports. People going to watch until they complain enough, and I guess they'll just stop it. Maybe, I don't know. What do I know?
Gotcha. Netflix is doing what they're doing, and hey, it's here to stay. It's here to stay. They signed a 3-year deal.
3-year deal.
So for what they paying, they're going to get a chance to try to do whatever they want to do with it. So.
Yeah, shout out to Jameis, man. Jameis trying to be, Jameis is going to be good on TV after he finished playing, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Barry Bonds. I thought Barry Bonds did a good job too. I thought he was good on the mic. So I don't know whether I didn't hear nobody complain about him. But
I thought he was honest. He told that how he almost became a Yankee and what led him not to be a Yankee. So So let me just. Netflix, you got 2 more tries at it this year, so just get it right, man. That's all we're saying, man. Let me move on to the next story here. ChasersNation, everybody in the country has a referee story, and whether you are right, DA, you're gonna love this. This might be another grind my gear segment. The referees matter. So tonight, I need to hear this very clearly. The NFL and its referees cannot get a deal done. This CBA expires May 31st. Talks broke down this week in less than a half a day at the table. And now, for the first time since 2012, the NFL is actively looking to hire replacement referees.
Damn right.
Remember 2012? The fail Mary? Yeah. We might be heading back to there.
Look, man, Kev, you know and I know. Dan knows. We've complained all years about bad calls from the dudes that are supposed to be the pros that don't get it right with the camera and the replay. And still get it wrong. So they don't really have much of a leg to stand on, but I would not want guys to be placed out of a job because of a contract dispute. So my thing is, get it right, because it's not like you're not replaceable. You can get other refs. You can get college refs and bring them up, and there's other refs out there. Now remember, you got the UFL. You got other dudes that ref those games. So, there's a supply of dudes out here now. It's not like you own a monopoly on being a referee for professional football. So, I would think that they would try to come up with a solution to get in there. But the reality is, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Because we'll play the real dudes and they'll still get the damn thing wrong. So, we'll have patience with them.
So let me tell you what they want. The NFL Referees Association says NFL sent empty suits green. We have a counter proposal. They said their lead negotiator was not authorized to respond. So that's the problem they're in. They got up, left, right? So the refs won't discuss improvement. Sources said the NFL Referees Association refused to engage in improving officiating performance. The NFL's top priority. The NFL wants to reward high-performing refs with better pay, increase training for lower performers, improve accountability. $350K part-time. The average NFL ref earned $350K last season part-time.
Ooh.
The NFL Referees Association is not pushing for full-time status. 150 replacement refs being recruited. NFL looking for 150, mostly small college officials. Onboarding starts in April. Clinic will be in May. Gambling risks here. My talking points is enormous. In 2012, betting was barely legal anywhere. Today, it's available on any phone in most NFL cities. The NFL Referees Association, too concerned. Replacement refs more susceptible to gambling influence. Players' safety risks from inexperienced officials. Green Blunt's reaction, he says, frankly, I'm surprised they would even consider it after the 2012 debacle. NFL backup plan, Art McNally, Game Day Central, New York, would alert replacement refs of missed calls in real time.
But look, man, I don't know where, I know what you guys do. Dan, I think Daryl's often, right? I know what you guys do for a living. You guys work as law enforcement. When you do something wrong, your boss is going to let you know, right? Or you will, get in trouble for it. Why can't we have accountability if you miss a call? Like, what's the problem, man? The NBA refs got upset because they had that thing at the last 2 minutes, and people told them when they missed the call at the last 2 minutes. What, you didn't want anybody to correct you? You missed the call. Get it right the next time. And I don't know if the gambling thing is going to hurt as bad. And I'll tell you why. If you are a guy working at a small college referee in there, $350,000 is a lot of bread. You might not care about gambling, because $350,000 is a lot of bread for a dude that was making $40,
right?
$50 a game, $80 a game. You just have to teach dudes what to do and how to do it the right way.
Bro, the clinic started in May.
Yeah, the only thing with that, right? They're under the replacement reps they're always under so much scrutiny, because if they get one play wrong, it's blown out of see that
the Fail Mary. The Seattle.
Yeah,
okay, but then you could just roll the tape for the playoff game with the States, where the guy absolutely took out the receiver.
Yeah, man.
Well before the ball, and those were the pro refs. I'm over this crap with them. Full time. That's what their job is, and none of this, shit like they did with the baseball ref or umpire that they let him hang around. Like if he was a ref or umpiring now. The strike zone, when everybody just goes whoop whoop, and they couldn't get rid of him.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to hold these guys accountable, and if they're underperforming or if they are not good, you got to move on.
Yeah, I'm thinking, what the hell's the problem, man? You miss calls every game, dude. Listen.
Well, they're talking about having a referee in the booth or in New York or whatever to signal down to the ref on the field on obvious blown calls.
Yeah, in real time. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We got the refs in everybody's house. We got a ref, because you play it again on TV. They look at the damn replay and still get it wrong. I'm like, what were you looking at in that screen, man? What did you see?
Like the immaculate reception with Franco Harris. The referee is, do we have a police escort?
Yes.
Oh, we don't?
No.
It was a catch.
It was a catch. Yeah. So like I say, man, it's accountability, man, is weird that grown people don't want to have any, right? Because you get paid for doing the job, and if you do it wrong, quite possibly you won't get paid. That's the way the rest of the world works. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, I mean, they get it right most of the time. I mean, it's just human error, man. They're gonna miss some calls, and they're gonna get most of them right.
And that's
Every-
fine.
Ryan. Whoa.
What do you mean? Whoa! I mean, it's the truth. I mean, it's human error. I mean, they get what? They get the calls wrong sometimes.
Last Tuesday, let's go back to the WBC. Oh my God.
Yes, right. I said, yeah, he got it wrong. He got it wrong. Like it doesn't change, and they're gonna keep getting it wrong.
It made
So
it seem
like,
they can't get it wrong. He got it wrong.
they got it wrong, but that's what it is. No matter who you get, unless you get AI technology and shit. Sometimes AI is wrong. It's just not. It's just nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
in the
agree with
WBC, it was a horrible call. Did it change? No, it didn't change. But it's still horrible.
Yes, and you're right. But I think the point is, yes, it's the things happen. It's human error, but you can still say to that referee, "Hey, man, look, on this call, this is what happened. What did you see? Explain. You was wrong on that. Keep it moving." Right? And if it keeps happening, but if it keeps happening with the same referee or the same crew or the same list, then you have to take action, as a governing body. I don't think you throw all the referees out. That's what they're supposed to do. But I think what Kevin was reading was that, these dudes don't want to get that,
They
where somebody's
conference after the game.
Yeah. The refs ain't doing no damn press conference, man.
But they should.
Yeah, I know, but they're not. So they're not.
I mean, and let's be honest. The only reason why the NFL doesn't want to make them full time, because now there's full time benefits. So that's the only reason. The money's not the issue.
What the money they make, that's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah,
the money's not the issue. It's them getting full time benefits. That full time benefits means health. Means
with as much money as they make the league, that's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, Kev, didn't you say?
That's my point.
When you was reading, did you say that the refs didn't want full time?
They weren't searching for it.
They're not pushing for it. Was the correct verbiage?
That's strange.
That is
last
very
time,
strange.
that's what it was about, right? They wanted that full time bread. They wanted the health care. And I don't think they're wrong for it. I think you're damn right. I'm running up and down the field with the 400-pound dudes might run over me. Oh hell yeah! I need my bennies. My post office bennies ain't gonna pay me for this. So yeah, I'm with you on it, man. But I'm just, Dan said it right. I got no more, man. Accountability has to be for all these refs in every league. Because that's the only way that you can at least give a moniker that, you are trying to do something about ensuring that the bet money is not changing the game. That's
and I think all the leagues has a grading system on their referees. They all have it.
Yeah.
They all have it. It's so. Listen,
I mean, they had it in the NFL. The best crews get the Super Bowls
Correct.
and the playoffs. The best crews get that. But
Right.
I think they should break it down to the individual level. So
right, and even when you made the point, Da, when you said the NFL referees or whatever, they don't speak to the media and stuff like that. Well, in the NBA, they have the 2-minute report. So NBA refs, they gotta speak. They have to talk. Hey, why'd you make this call? So they do have a system with that. But like I said, man, they get it right most of the time.
Yes, that's why they get the jobs.
Right.
But you can't get upset when you're wrong. Your boss says, "Hey, yo, let me talk to you, man."
Yeah, that was a bad call. Hey, man, you got to do better.
Yeah.
Angel Hernandez, as Dan was probably referring to. I think Dan was.
I trying to be nice.
Angel could not exist in this world.
No.
It'd be this every pitch.
Oh, yeah.
They probably would make 5. You know, they only get 2 challenges, man, so to speak, man.
Okay, that goes back to like I said, just the human element too. I think we still gotta embrace that part of it. I mean, they're gonna get it wrong. It's gonna happen, and you know we're gonna be mad. Yes, and we're gonna talk about it. I think it's all part of the game, and that's what makes the game great. And going back to what Ryan said a few weeks ago about these damn gamblers, they're really the problem in this whole equation. But they're a type of problem that they love to be in bed with at the same time.
They're not the problem. The leagues are the problems.
It's both. It's both.
The people going to bet. People go to bet. Like they bet on in jail. They bet on roaches running and shit. So the dudes are always going to find something to bet on, man. I'm just saying that if you didn't,
Roach 2.
Yeah, Roach 2. If you don't allow it in that league or align yourself so closely with the betting, you know, like I said, it's really hard being my age, and I'm good with it because I don't bet. I joke around with Ryan about it, but I don't bet. But, you know, you think about it, guys, like we would never think as kids, 15 years ago, that ESPN would have betting commercials.
I was just having this conversation earlier today.
Like, what's that, ESPN? And, you know, and so ESPN owns this and owns that and is in bed with the bettors and the betting company and this, that, and the third. Then it just doesn't. It may not be happening. It just don't look good.
It sure don't smell right. It damn sure don't smell right.
That's what was beautiful about the Olympics. Watching the hockey games.
Yeah, right. Yeah, indeed.
No parlay bets in between periods. No signage all along the boards.
Vinny might have had something at the bar. Like, listen, man, you know, I bet $5 that he scores a goal. You know, like they'll find a way. You know, dudes that have that habit, you know, and it is a habit, and it's, you know, for some people it's addiction that they can't break, and it's kind of, you know, messed up. But the reality is, man, they'll find a way to bet on something. It's just making it legal, I guess.
Yeah,
you know,
that's all it is. It's just to generate more money. They knew all the offshore betting companies was making billions of dollars, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so now they can kind of control and get a piece of it. It's no different than the government legalizing marijuana.
Weed, yeah, it's weed.
It's no different.
Nope,
no different at all. Absolutely. So it's like, okay, we can't stop it. So how can we get a piece of it?
Can we tax it?
And that's all.
That's
exactly.
Right. We can't stop it. How can we tax it?
Correct.
Bottom line.
Let's
and I'm sorry, and I always say that stop worrying about the gamblers. Stop worrying about this team is tanking. So the hell what? Because of the gamblers. Well, then don't have the gambler. The gamblers shouldn't gamble on that game.
And that was the point I was making up when what you said from couple weeks ago. Exactly right. That's the whole thing.
They're called degenerates for a reason. Stop worrying about them.
And that's why they had a.
I'm a degenerate. I'm just a cheap degenerate.
But Ryan, going back, that's why they was separated from there was an underworld for a reason. They separate from the regular stuff. So
right, but there's too much money in the underworld. They have to get a piece of it. That's
and that goes
it's a money grab.
That goes back to the DA's point. It's the league's fault. What we said, two things could be true at the same damn time. So, there you go.
Of course. Absolutely.
Let us move on. Dan, we'll get the baseball a little bit. Dan, we'll talk a little hockey here. Dan, we'll talk a little hockey.
What the hell is that?
There you go. It's ice cold facts, bro. You better get with it, homie.
I only missed one show. Like, what the fuck?
Yo, see what happens, kid?
We shut down our production, bro.
Now the music was here, but that shit there, I'm like, what the?
Dan coming out to Dusty Rose. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Dusty Rose.
Woo!
American Dream.
American Dream, Dusty
Live
Rose.
at the Omni.
What is that damn it?
Hey,
Y'all boys are crazy today.
God
What up,
damn.
Daddy Dan? What's up?
I love that. I love that damn now. Come on now. You got now I gotta go buy you the damn robe and your Rick Flair, you know. I'm styling and profiling.
Yeah. There you go.
and have that lisp like Dusty. Oh man.
That's my man.
Yo, hey, and Dusty can hoop too. You ever seen the videos of Dusty hooping?
Back
Playing
in the
ball?
day, yeah.
He
Oh,
probably was
Dusty
back
can
up
hoop.
one. Yeah, he probably
Dusty can
could.
hoop.
He got older, boy. He started running around. They have a damn heart attack. So that's my man, Dusty, man.
Damn, D, he trying to kill it, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, man, that's
Go
my
ahead.
man. That's my dude.
I mean,
All right, Dan.
Yeah.
what up?
The Sabres are 12-1 since the break.
Yeah.
The Avalanche are 44-13, best in the league. And your main man, Auston Matthews. Dan, do you got your? No, you don't have your Toronto hat.
Nope. You got a shirt on though.
Yeah.
Got that shirt
I need
on.
something on, man. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, let's go start out with let's go back to the Olympics. We all know that the U.S. women beat Canada, and then the U.S. men beat the Canadian men in both games 2-1 in overtime. But another shout out because the Paralympics were right after that, and the U.S. Paralympic team beat Canada, so they got a seed. And all hockey for the Olympics.
All right.
I think that's the first time that's ever happened.
Let's get that there. I gotta get that.
Shout out to the men's Paralympic team. But yeah, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. We got most teams. It's anywhere 11, like 12 to 8 games left, somewhere in there. And I don't know if anybody's paid attention or watched hockey since the Olympic break, but the temperature has turned up a little bit. There's a lot more physicality. Like you can see teams like I guess it was it Tampa played Edmonton the other night, and that game was very physical. Some fisticuffs.
Yeah.
I forget somebody beat up Corey Perry, bloodied him. Sauerbaugh, who did he go with? But he got beat up. But yeah, it was just one of those games where you see that they're raising the intensity,
Right.
getting ready for the playoffs. And then, there's other teams that are not necessarily tanking. They've just been bad all year. And I was just looking through like the standings and stuff, and if you look at like the playoff hunt right now, we got probably 3 newcomers, maybe 4 to the eastern side right now. But like the Rangers, they're bringing up the rear in the East.
Yes, they are. They suck.
But what happened? They get Shesterkin back after the Olympic break. They play really good. Like I told you before, your team's Jekyll and Hyde. They come out and they look like
they won like 6 games or something like that.
They look like they could win the Stanley Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And then they play Ottawa and have 9 total shots. 9.
Which is like a 40-something year low, I heard.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Ridiculous. They got shut out by James Reimer.
That's coaching.
And then, right above them, in the second to last spot, you got Florida. They've suffered a lot of injuries. Barkov got hurt early in the year. You had Matthew Tkachuk out for a long extended period from the Four Nations tournament. So he didn't get back until, mid-season. Now Marchand has been dealing with some stuff. And
they played a lot of hockey last year.
They were in the finals the last 3 years.
Yeah, they played a lot.
And won back-to-back. So, yes. And like we talked with Tampa, they kind of had a doldrum there.
Same thing, because you break down.
And guess what? They retooled, and they're right back to where they were. But then you got Jersey, and then Toronto, Washington, Philly, And then you got like Detroit, Philly. They're 5 points out of the last spot with 10 games to go. That's going to be very, very hard to make up. Just because if you make it to overtime, you get a point.
Right.
So a lot of these teams ahead of them, as long as they're getting to overtime, it's going to be really hard. And then you got the Islanders at 85. They're right behind Ottawa, who also has 85. But Ottawa has the tiebreaker. And then you got Pittsburgh in the other wild card spot. And then Columbus, and then Boston, Montreal, Tampa, Buffalo, and Carolina are fighting for the top spot. And like you said, Buffalo has been like, how sometimes we say like, a team can be in this total disarray, and then all of a sudden something goes right, a bounce here, bounce there, whatever, a fight, and then something clicks. That's been Buffalo. They haven't been in the playoffs, I think, 14 years. And it looked like they were on the same path this year.
Yeah, early this year they stunk.
Yeah.
Back in December, they was in last?
Yeah.
Well, they
climbed out of it.
I saw the stat. They were like 38-6-2 in their like last 40-some games, and like they just boom, it clicked, and now they're gangbusters. Like they're hard to beat, and they've got a lot of talent. With I think the Olympics helped Tage Thompson get a little bit of his confidence going again. He came out of the break scoring. And they got Tuck and Owen Power, a young defenseman. They got a lot of players. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the top spot in the East, because Carolina's still playing well. Their issue is they got the young kid Bussy. Well, he's not a young kid, but a rookie, goaltender, and he's been playing phenomenal. And then they got Freddie as his backup, and I don't know, man. It seems like every time Freddie plays, they give up 4. So if they could hang on and win those games when Anderson plays, it'll be down to the last game to see who gets that. And then in the West, you got Colorado in the top spot. Basically it's the Central Division, the top 3: Colorado, Dallas, and then Minnesota. Yeah, Colorado's just ridiculous. They came into Pittsburgh the other night and they did curb stomped us. I think it was like
104 points already.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're plus 86 goals for.
Oh, well, there you go.
Like, that's ridiculous. But they kind of, they came out of the gates and they were hot. And then they went into that little doldrum. And the crazy thing about Colorado is I think their power play is like 30th, maybe 28th, something like that, in the entire league, with Nathan McKinnon, Landeskog, McCarr. I mean,
it should be better.
It should be way better. And maybe they find that when they get to the playoffs. But like I said,
then if they do, then playoffs are going to be damn near a wrap. So.
Yeah. Then after Minnesota in the 4th spot, you got Anaheim, which that's kind of a shocker, because they haven't been in the playoff hunt for the longest time. Then after them, you got Utah. And then you got Edmonton, Vegas, and Nashville. Outside looking in, you got the Kings 3 points behind. Seattle's 5, like I said, with Philly. That's going to be a tough one to make up. Somebody's going to have to not win any games and not go to overtime for them to get there. And, the lottery pick goes to Vancouver. They've already been eliminated from the playoffs, I think, last week.
Rangers got eliminated yesterday.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Hate to hear that.
Yeah, I mean,
and hey, that you got Mike Sullivan. He was supposed to, right the ship. You had
we wound up splitting the ship.
Like I told you, I don't know what's going on with your team, but there seems like there's a divide in the team, whether that's through management and Drury not really helping you guys much, or is that in the locker room?
I think it's I would say from it's Drury. I think like I told you, the owner he pretty much doesn't mess with the Rangers side. He medals with. Well, he hasn't. I can say he really hasn't medaled with the Knicks either for the last couple of years, I guess. But he's never really messed with, and maybe because he doesn't know hockey like that. So I don't know.
I bet you'll do something this year. This is second consecutive year eliminated. So this is going to not for those prices, them ticket prices.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make a. You have to make a phone call.
They're gonna have to do something. So I expect some things be shaking around. So,
but one thing I wanted to touch on is, you all know I hate the 3-on-3 overtime crap.
Yeah,
but
I thought it was pretty dope in the Olympics. I know you didn't like it, but go ahead.
I mean, with the Olympics, they want the game over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got what you're saying. With
you know what I mean.
I thought it was cool for the lay guy. Yeah, but go ahead for the purists.
But all I could say is this: you had McKinnon, McDavid, and McCarr on the ice for Canada.
Yeah,
and they couldn't get it done.
All three are probably top 3 fastest skaters. You know, the McKinnon and McDavid up front, and McCarr's probably one of the faster skating defensemen. So they had their work cut out. And when McDavid came down on Jack Hughes, you know, he made a really good play to make McDavid go wide, and then Rowinski was able to get the puck and poke it up to Hughes. But yeah, I like the format that they got going. It like, as DA would say, it grinds my gears.
Grind my gears part 2. Go ahead.
but so it's here's my thing with this. So right now, your top 3 teams in the Western Conference are all Central, right?
Mm-hmm.
Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
So Colorado will get the wild card team, right? So they'll probably get the worst one. So right now we'll do it. Nashville is the last wild card, so they would play them.
Right.
The other division winner, I think, gets the 2nd seed. Mm-hmm. So that I believe that would be Anaheim. So Anaheim gets to play Vegas. You're looking. What's the other 2 teams playing each other? You got Dallas playing Minnesota.
Oh.
And Minnesota's got 12 more points than Utah.
Yeah.
And Anaheim, they got 8 more. And it's like, you're punishing Dallas and Minnesota for not being able to get the top spot back away from Colorado. So they're going to play in the first round. Now, I get the reason why they do this. And, you know, my good buddy, Mr. Bettman, will say, well, it's to build rivalries. No, it's not. It's, guess what happens? You get all these sponsors to come in and throw money at these games. Well, the first series of games are going to have probably the best games. Like, you know, that Dallas Minnesota series is going to be awesome. And
Right.
Everybody's going to watch that every time it's on over some of these other ones. So, you know, you got your sponsors, you know, throwing money at that. And then, let's see, you got 1, 2, 3 Canadian teams in the playoffs. So after the first round, you may only have 1. So, you know, viewership is going to be high in the beginning of that. But I just don't like. I'm still the 1v, you know, 8, 2v7 format kind of person. I'd rather, you know, combine both divisions and line them up 1 through 8. Top 8 point getters get in, and, you know, move on from there. Because what's crazy is Anaheim has 84 points. Ottawa, the Islanders, looking in tied with Ottawa, have 85 points. They wouldn't even be in the Eastern Conference if they did 1 through 8. So I don't know. That's just my take on it. I'd rather see like 1 versus 8. then division winners getting bumped up to play the wild card teams.
Well, when did they change this format?
Oh, it's probably been at least 6-7 years, maybe the last.
I was going to say it hasn't been that long. So right now, this is the 1 through 8, right?
Yeah, so 8 is the final spot, and the Islanders are tied with them, but Ottawa has more wins in regulation. They got 32
as of now. How many games they had? They both played 85. Okay, so
we got 10 games, 10 games left, or
well, if you look at Ottawa, they got 11, and if you scroll down one more, the Islanders have 9.
Okay,
Or
so between
10. Sorry,
10.
They play 82, which is going up to 84 next season.
Right, I think I did a story about that a couple months ago.
Yeah, so they're going to add one more. So, like this year, shout out to E in the comments. Like the Pens in Carolina played 3 times. Well, now they'll play two home, 2 away against them, instead of like being an odd number every now and then, like as it randomizes the schedule.
So you're saying, Dan, there's a league where people want to play more games?
Absolutely. And it's physical. Go on hockeyfights.com and watch the 2 fights from the Edmonton Tampa game. 2 very good ones. And then shout out the East Carolina Hurricanes, Delorier, when they played Columbus and they got spanked the other night. Delorier took on Olivier from Columbus, who is the heavyweight of the league. So the teams are ramping up. It's getting more physical. Like my Penguins, I hate to say this, but like we're hanging on to that first wild card spot. But we got, like, we're playing Ottawa right now, and it's 2-2, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so we played Sunday. We played Carolina. Tuesday we played Colorado. We got Ottawa tonight. We played Dallas on Saturday. Monday and Tuesday, we played the Islanders and Detroit. And then we have Tampa Bay on Thursday. Now, saving grace here is we play Florida Saturday and Sunday, back to back. And then we got New Jersey after that. And then we got a back to back against Washington. And we play St. Louis as the last game. So we got a stretch here where we play some really good playoff teams. And then towards the end of the season, we get a couple of games against non-playoff teams. So that being said, I don't know if my boys are going to hang tight. But I will say this. I know I give Eric Carlson a ton of crap, call him a pylon and everything else. But Malkin got hurt, and then Crosby got hurt by Gudis at the Olympics. So he was out a few games, but he stepped up, and he's been on fire. Like, he scored tonight to tie the game 2-2. So as much as he aggravates me, I do appreciate that he upped his game when the Stars went down.
Gotcha. Anything else, Dan?
I just wanted to touch on the Matthews thing. I don't know if you guys saw the hit.
Yeah, I saw it.
What'd you think of it?
What was it, a legal play that you're saying?
Yes. It's dirty. Just go ahead and say it was dirty. He stuck out his knee.
Yeah.
And went knee to knee and put Matthews out for the season. And I mean, that happens. That's what that guy does. You know, that's how he plays. The thing that really, and you know, to my Toronto Maple Leafs fans out there.
Uh-oh.
No. I can understand the disgust or the anger that you felt that your captain was laying on the ice and not a single player on the ice did a damn thing. That totally, like, just blew my mind. Because That hit happens to McDavid. There's a pig pile. There's 4 guys on him. That happens to Celebrini, Bedard, Kaprizov, those guys. That guy's not getting to the penalty box without catching a couple knuckles. It's not happening. And that is I can understand now, I think, why Toronto is in the position that they're in, because that's a cultural thing. Like,
those watching, I can't play the sound because of YouTube, man.
Yeah, but see the guy right behind him?
Yep.
What's he doing? He saw the whole thing. Like, the gloves should have been sticking. Both of them should have been up in the air, and he should have been grabbing on the back of the jersey. Because, trust me, Gudis knew that was coming. If he would have did it, it wouldn't have been like he surprised him. He was probably expecting somebody and was like, "Well, nothing? Nobody's going to do anything?" And spun him around and said, "You got to answer for that." When your best player making 14 million or whatever it is a year gets a hit like that, it doesn't matter if you're the little guy on the ice. Like, if that happened to, say, Barkov and Marchand was on the ice, he's after him. Like, you do that to Kucherov, and they're going to fight the rest of your team the rest of the game. They're going to be like, "Yep, we're not going to get the 2 points tonight, boys, but we're going to get our pound of flesh." And, I know people were like, "Well, you can't be violent." Yeah. No, that's how the ref, that's how the players ref the game. You stick up for your teammates. And that's why teams like Florida, Tampa Bay have been winning every year, because they don't put up with that. They literally bully you into submission. You take a cheap shot, you have to answer that. So I was very disappointed in that.
Ice cold justice.
Because I know even with the team that the Penguins have, we really don't have anybody like that. But I guarantee if that happened to Crosby tonight, somebody's going after him. I mean, you just can't allow that.
Gotcha.
And I'm good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's Dan, the hockey team. Dan, appreciate that.
I like the graphic. That's cool.
And the interview.
The American Dream. Okay.
Woo! Yeah, man.
Yes, we like to have fun on this very show here. Let me put this back to where I had it there. Oh yeah.
What's the scores in the Sweet 16 games?
So the Sweet 16 for
45.
They're tied up.
Knicks are losing.
Nice.
Knicks are losing.
Knicks are losing. Let me just go to that real quick. The NCAA, the men's. Like I said, Texas and Purdue tied up 45 with probably about 13 minutes to go, I believe. Do play St. John's tomorrow. Nebraska versus Iowa. I think that's the next game after this.
And just know those two states say each other.
Okay, I'm sorry. And you got Houston versus Illinois, and then you got Michigan and Alabama. And the ladies you got going on, you got UConn versus Michigan, Arizona versus Arkansas, and Iowa State versus Tennessee. So that's what we got going on with the. No, I'm sorry. Would I get that? Yeah, UConn versus.
You got my girl there at Iowa State, boy. She get busy.
Yeah. UConn versus North Carolina, LSU versus Duke, UCF versus Minnesota, Vanderbilt versus Notre Dame, and Texas versus Kentucky, South Carolina, Oklahoma, Michigan versus Louisville, and TCU versus Virginia. So
but
that's
South Carolina Oklahoma game is interesting because Oklahoma beat them already this year.
Yeah.
With Chavez going crazy in overtime, but it should be good. Yep. Yeah.
That Connecticut team is beating teams by so much, dog. It's like,
them, South Carolina, LSU, and UCLA. Oklahoma State came back and made that somewhat of a game. But those other ones, man, UConn, South Carolina, man, they whooped the wheels off that.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like that thing Chino got rolling right now is like almost.
It's for sure.
Sarah Strong, man, she's the best player. She's the best player in the game, and it's not even close.
Yeah,
Sarah Strong
34
is amazing.
Yep.
She's a big that plays like a 2 guard, that plays like a point guard who rebound. I mean, she's phenomenal. So she's tough. And then you have AZ Fudd chipping in. Seems like she doesn't even miss a shot. But
is any one of them from Syracuse?
Stop it.
No?
Stop it.
Oh, good.
I will say this though.
I'm going to need y'all to stop crying though. The coach.
Hey, she does make a point though. Every time they make
Ryan,
even other schools. Hold up. But even at other schools, they always let her play freaking UConn.
Oh man, yo, listen,
it can't always be that coincidental.
I didn't know up till this week that they do it different than the men's. Of course, they got to do it the region, right? They do it regional, right? That's how they get the draw.
Make it your business to beat them, man. That's all I can tell you, bro.
You know what, Ryan?
There you go.
Jimmy Snooker, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Jimmy Snooker coming in. Go ahead, Jimmy.
My man, that's that old
Superfly.
That's that black exploitation music, boy.
There you go. Dolomite.
Dolomite.
Yeah, there you go. You funky.
Some meters. Y'all know about the meters. But
you funky bees.
Hey, watch out though, man. Dan made a good point about LSU and UCLA. They will probably meet, I want to say, in the Elite Eight, I believe. Elite Eight, because UCLA is the 1 seed in that region, and LSU is a 2 seed. And you have Flage with her last season, so that should be a good one. That should be a good one. That could be an upset right there. I have Texas winning it all. I have UT with Madison Booker winning it all, because I feel like she can score. She can score along with AZ Fudd, with Sarah Strong, and they have good wing play. They have bigs, so that's my pick to win it all. It's not a big shock, right? Because they're a 1 seed, but I see them winning it all. And then you'll have a rematch of last year's championship with South Carolina and UConn if they meet in the Final Four. So we have some good matchups. Hey, Hannah Hidalgo, dude, she's averaging like 9 steals a game in the tournament, or 8 steals a game. She had 8 steals back to back. She's phenomenal. I don't know if you see the story with the Virginia girls. They had a big upset win. So yeah, man. I want to say, was it against Iowa?
They beat Georgia. They beat Georgia, then Iowa.
Yeah. So yeah, just good basketball all around. South Carolina's always going to be tough because they're so deep. They play inside out. Yeah, so we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. This tournament, man, this NCAA tournament, women's brackets, it's always more mainly chalk, but the chalk is always so good. The games are always great, man. So we'll see. But I have Texas winning it all. I have UT winning the championship, and I got South Carolina beating UConn in the Final Four.
UConn hasn't played anybody.
They have, that's true. That's true. That's why UCLA, right? That's why UCLA, who had the most quad 1 wins and most, that's why they feel like they should have been the number 1 seed, even though they have 1 loss. and UConn was undefeated.
Yeah,
but I think UConn
UConn
strength of schedule was like in the 50s. I think UCLA was number 1, something like that. So and then all the SEC teams, man, they just bludgeon each other. Whether it's Texas, it's USC, Oklahoma, LSU, Kentucky. So
Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
Vanderbilt.
And that Vanderbilt UConn game, that's pupil versus teacher with the coaches, because she was under Gino for a lot of years. That the coach for Vanderbilt and Blake's can just flat out shoot it, man. So if they can be Vanderbilt has the puncher's chance because they have Blake's and they have a coach who
knows the system,
who was under Gino. So we'll see what happens, man. Very exciting. Very exciting. As far as the men's game tonight, I'm nervous for my Cougars, man. I think they're gonna win, but that Illinois offense is like top two in the.
Page's son is not a joke, man.
Not a joke, and they're all European over there. Like they don't got a bunch of European guys.
Page is not, and I think he transferred in because he wasn't at Illinois, I think, last year. But
I'm not too sure. But
Page's son is nice, man.
Yeah, but I think Houston will get it done because of their defense, and I think their guard play with Kingston Flemings, with Milo Uzan. So and then them being in the national championship last year and losing the way they did. I think they squeaked by Illinois, but that's a tough one, man. Hey, the game tonight, Arkansas. Acuff is must see, guys. I don't know if you guys have watched him play. Yes. He is must see TV. They call him like
Stephon Marbury.
Like Dame Lillard type. He can just get a bucket, man. And they're going against Arizona, so that's going to be a good one. And man, all the games right now are close. Texas is up by 1 to Purdue. Texas is an 11 seed, right? 11 seed.
55-52 now on Purdue.
Oh wow, nice. Yeah, yep. And Iowa's only down by 2. To Nebraska by 4 now. But yeah, man, it's anybody can win. I think it's wide open. Who does St. John's play? I think St. John's play. They play UConn,
Duke.
Right? Was it Duke?
They play Duke.
They play Duke.
Yep, it's gonna be a good game.
I mean, St. John's and Duke. That's gonna be good. Oh, Michigan State and UConn. Oh, that's gonna be
good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A lot of good games.
A lot of good games, man. A lot of good games. So yeah, we'll see what happens, man.
Gotcha. The intensity is crazy.
Gotcha. Ryan, what you got on the NBA hardwood?
The NBA hardwood. Well, just like with hockey, the regular season's winding down. Teams got between 9 and 11 games left. The standings are getting tight. They're jockeying for position. And a big disappointment. The Orlando Magic lost like 6 games in a row. They're at the 10th spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, they're all like right there, like 7, 8, 9, and 8, 9, and 10, even 6 with I believe let's see the standings. Toronto 6. So and the Hawks are playing well. 76ers are about to get healthy. I don't know if y'all saw what Joel Embiid did last night after coming back, missing all those games. He was phenomenal. They got a big win, but your Knicks is only a half game behind the Celtics in the number 2 spot. So that's
man, we're playing.
No, they're playing, man. The Knicks won a couple of good games against some really good teams, and now they caught an easy part of their schedule where they played a lot of teams under 500. But hey, you got to beat those teams. Yeah, there's teams. I'm not gonna call no names. The Rockets. There's teams that's just not taking care of business and not beating the teams they're supposed to beat. So kudos to the Knicks. I don't know what the score is right now. If you can, with
80,
the Charlotte
87-76 right now. Charlotte's up 87-76. They're in a dogfight with Charlotte right now. We'll see. Still,
and there's one thing.
Minute 153 to go in the third.
Oh, plenty of time. The Knicks always come back.
Yeah.
The Knicks always they have the most comeback wins, I believe, in the league. I don't know, but every time I watch them, they're down. I'm like, oh, they're gonna make a run. So kudos to them. Hopefully Cade can come back soon. He has a collapsed lung, but they say it's mild. They say he'll be back. He'll be back for the playoffs. So I wouldn't fret there. But it's just wide open, man. The whole league is wide open. Again, I think the only team that's kind of, I don't want to give them like a UConn in the women's bracket type of vibe, but I just think OKC is just head and shoulders better than everybody else, man.
Unless they play San Antonio, and then they're not better than that.
And San Antonio is 2 games behind OKC as we speak, right? So
yeah, I know. That's a good point. That's a good point. Dave outplayed them head to head in the regular season, but that's the regular season. I saw where Boston handled you guys all the games last year, and then you guys
Boston
you guys came back. Yeah, and then you guys.
Came back. Your man Wemby got a personal with Chet.
Oh yeah. We talked about this. Absolutely.
So whenever I see Chet, I'm gonna bust that ass, and everybody else who's with him. So, I love it because he's bringing that beef back.
Shout out to Wemby. He's becoming my new favorite player because of the attitude. He cares. And he cares to compete. That's the thing. He cares to compete. And I love it. And that's why, when he said what he said earlier this week, I have no problems. He's supposed to say that.
So I'm 60%. 60% of the game is defense. And I'm the best defensive player in the league. I should be the MVP.
Yeah. I have no problem.
I have no problem him saying that.
Hey, Ron, let me ask you a question. Do you have a problem? Because this is another issue earlier this week. I heard it's another problem I don't have a problem with. Listen, if you don't play the games, if you so happen to be hurt and you don't get the award, that's just tough. That's just part of life. If you don't make the 65 games, that's the rule. And this is all because of your actions previous, because we wouldn't have this rule had you just play the games.
Okay.
If you just play the games, we wouldn't have this issue. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
So go ahead.
No, I get you, but like how you said, 2 things can be true, right? There's also a point where this guy was all like for example, Cade. For Cade to miss out on money and extension because he didn't hit a 65 mark, like because of an injury, that's different, man. That's different. Okay, so if one guy plays 65 game and one plays 64, the voters should be able to compartmentalize and be like, hey, nah, this guy played, but the reason why he missed time was because of this, a collapsed lung. Or if you're a voter, that means you watch all the games or you watch 90% of the games. You should be able to pick out who is taking time off, like a Kawhi Leonard, although he's been playing lately. Like I'm just talking about from like the past. Guys who are load managing to guys who are not load managing.
I agree with you.
I agree with you.
Injuries. I agree with you.
But injuries happen.
But 110%, right? But I think the unfortunate part is that this happened because of the load managers, right? So they had to make it. They had to make it, I guess, real stringent, and I think took it too far, right? The only time in 1974, I think, Bill Walton won it, and he only played 58 games, but he broke his foot. But everybody knew after his 58 games, he was like, he's the best in the league.
Yes.
Like, it's not even a conversation, right? So I do believe that, right? And if it's an injury, right? And it's injury, he's out 5-10 games in a row, boom, boom, bow. Yeah. Now, if it's a dude that been load management, like you said, you can see that.
Exactly.
You should be able to make that decision. So, this dude here, come on, man.
Correct.
I'm going to give it to the dude here. He's the best player in the league. But I understand it, and that's the way it was, right? It was always like that because they always. My understanding is that it was a unwritten rule of 70 games even back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unwritten rule that that the voters 70 games. You got to play 70 games. But when Bill Walton got it, they was like, "Yo, come on, he's the best in the league." Now I think, like you said, what muddied it is like we're here because dudes sat out that weren't really hurt, and it's not just all the because Kevin, I'm gonna tell you, I always said it's not just the players' fault. The coaches do that. The GMs tell them to do that. The trainers, it's the whole organization. So it's not this is what you let happen in NBA, and now you put a rule that's I guess too
stringent.
Yeah. Because you're reactionary. You're reacting and not proactive. So that
exactly.
Or addressing. I mean, I don't even know how you can address it, but we've talked ad nauseum about it on here.
No, he could have stopped it when dude at San Antonio said it the first time. Yo, I'm sitting Tim Duncan and them because they old. That's what he said.
He did. He said it. Yeah, I remember.
And nobody said anything.
Nobody blinked their eye, and they let it go.
All right, so this is where we're at now.
So Ryan, getting back to what your point, two things can be true at the same time. I agree with your point. I could dig what you're saying. If you're watching the game and you see he is the best player up until that point of legit injury,
right?
I'm cool with that.
Because here's why. Here's why, right? D-Dubbz. So the way the NBA has it structured, right? If you make like 3 of the all NBA teams, right, then you're eligible for Supermax money.
Right.
And now what happens is if you don't reach that 65 game total, then you're not eligible for any any of those
for that bonus.
So right. So my point is, okay, so a guy who plays 65 games or 66, 67 games makes it, but the guy that plays 64 games that doesn't make it, but who is way better than him, and we know that, shouldn't be penalized if he had a catastrophic injury like a Bill Walton or so you have, like I said, you have to look and see and compartmentalize and use your common sense. Everything it's this analytical world. It's just numbers. Numbers don't always tell you the truth, man. Like,
and you're 100%, and you're 100% right. But guess what? They did it to themselves at the end of the day with that load management stuff, and that's
the voters did it.
Well,
because you could have still said back then, like, nah, we ain't voting for him. He ain't play those games. The voters did it because 1, they have an agenda. 2, they have bones to pick with, so they get into their feelings. Like, just call it the way you see it, man.
Or they don't
call it the way you see it.
Or they're not watching it. Like,
they're playing. They
watching it on
they're playing solitaire
on YouTube.
They're playing solitaire on the phone.
Solitaire at the finals. We did
a story on the AP voters for, I want to say, college football, and there was a young lady on there. I forgot.
Oh yeah, man. Ooh,
she said she did flat out watch, and she has a vote for the AP football poll.
We sure did do a show. We did a show about that. Yes. Yeah.
So, like Ryan said, people have agenda instead of being just real with themselves or just relinquishing your vote. If you
or give it to the sports chasers and let us do it, and listen.
Yeah.
that'd be a fun episode.
Boy.
Yeah, we're live, right?
Yeah. Give it to the sports chasers. Put it in the comment section if you think the sports chasers should get it.
Just let me pipe in real quick. This whole conversation, I can't even wrap my head around.
I know.
No offense, Ryan, but like the sport that I watch is culturally completely different when it comes to play or not play. The kid on Dallas had a heart attack and they had to stop the game and they took him down the runway and he was trying to come back out after they cleared him. They're like, no, you got to go to the hospital.
Yeah, because you just died, homie. Like
we're
not doing no Frankenstein shit up in here.
Like the whole thing of we need to play less games now, and
I'm not even talking about that.
And the money that they make,
you, Kerr.
and then
but there's also
can I finish? Okay.
Yeah.
But
I thought you were done. My bad.
No, everybody was talking. That's why I waited.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
my fault.
It's a cultural thing. The league allowed them to do it, and then it started hurting the product. So they came up with a rule. So, like whether he plays 5 games or 82 games, it doesn't matter. If you don't play what the rule states, I'm sorry. And I get it. People get injuries, whatever. But it happens in every sport. Mm-hmm. I have never seen a hockey player do a locker room interview or a press conference after the game and say, I should be the MVP. That's never going to happen. That's all I could say. And the fact that like they want to boo-hoo, well, I can't do this, I can't do that because I didn't play enough games. Well, maybe you shouldn't have sat out earlier in the year when you could have played. And to me, if they had to put in a rule to get people to play, that's the bigger issue than not making a certain game total. If you're forcing paid employees to have to work a certain amount of days.
Sounds like sick time, Dan. Go ahead, Dan. Tell him.
But I mean,
go to work.
I mean, if you have something, a death in a family or something like that, and you need
that's different.
I get all that. But if you're sitting on the bench just because, like, you know what, I'm a little tired, I'm a little sore, I got a headache. I mean, they pay you millions and millions of dollars.
Oh, I got to get that voice. Millions.
Get on the court. That's why I can't even like care.
You never called in from work?
The last day I missed work was 2004.
You called in though.
Out of 25 years. Out of 25 years.
But what I'm saying,
I made 82 games. Yeah. I made the 82 games a year the last 20,
but
25.
Also too, Dan, a reporter asked Wemby the question. He didn't just come out and say, "Hey, I'm this."
But even if it was asked, it would have been dismissed in that locker room. It would have been. It's not about that. It's about winning the Stanley Cup. I'm sorry. That is the absolute truth.
It's
a player
it's two different. You're right. It's two different cultures.
That's what I'm saying.
Two different cultures.
It's a way different culture on the court than it is on the ice.
And that's why one's rating is higher than the other, because it's two different cultures. This is what it is.
It's actually going down, Ryan.
What's going down?
NBA ratings are going down.
Oh God!
Right, but Ryan, my thing is this. Can we just admit this? That is a problem, though. Can we just get you to just say, hey, them not playing, them not load managing has been an issue, and that's why we're at where we're at now with that. Can we just get you to say? Can you just say?
I've always said load managing is an issue. But it's not the end of the world, man. Like it's whether this is here. A man can't talk about if somebody asks him a question, he can't be answer because no. Here's why. Because we want our athletes to be upfront, right, and be honest, right. That's what we want. But then when they get answered the question, now you want them to fall back and be a robot. No. That's why we just said that's why we liked his passion.
I ain't got no problem with it. I'm good with Wemby.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but there's also players who don't miss games and always want to play. Your Kevin Durant's, your James Harden. There's tons of players who play when they can play.
Yeah, but they're not booing about not getting an award.
Yeah, that was my whole thing was about the people crying about, you're not getting an award. Well, hey, you got to play the what's.
Got to play to win.
The rules now. The rule is the rule now. I got. I
understand.
I got I got all of it. I got what you said.
Yeah. You're right. All I'm saying is but you still have to use common sense and logic. It can't be a defined number and then you don't know what a number wasn't.
I think we all understand that, Ryan. I just say the point is that the biggest point is it goes back to kind of like you said, we've been saying songwriting, man. Both can be true, right? The point is this: you have to use your common sense and so forth and so on. But the other side of that is like what Dan said. Like, yo, the reality is the reason we're here is because you didn't play, and because of that, there's a knee-jerk response to that,
right?
And this is it. And and now you have to deal with it. I'm sorry. Like, yo, I understand. Like, I'm with you on the Cade Cunningham thing because that's my dude. But, dude, listen, man. The teacher said, everybody shut up. If you talk, you're going to write this thing 150 times. I will not talk.
Hey, you talk
Somebody says something. Somebody says something, and we all got to write it. You want to know why? Because that was the rule.
Yo,
that was the rule.
Get that? If you don't understand that, then I don't know what to tell you, America.
And this is where we're at. We can't continue to. And I understand, right? You're right.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're right. And I understand. And I think that cooler heads will probably come down to this point. But the reality is, having that rule makes the voters walk a line. Right? Because they can't do that. Oh, man, I like him to my man anyway. I got a good relationship with him, so I'm with it. Because those things do happen. What I'm saying is now you're kind of forced to say, well, if my man's, who my dude I've known my whole life, and I can't vote for him because he ain't played the games, that takes pressure off of him. I ain't got to vote for my friend. I got to vote for who I really wanted to win. Like you said, there's politics involved, Ryan. There's a lot of things. And I'm not saying this helps everything, but, yo, if this is the rule that was made, it's the rule we abide by. That's all. And there's nothing else to me about that. So I really could care less about how they feel. I think now there was something on earlier this week, and I don't watch a lot of this stuff, so forgive me what dudes was complaining about. They said dudes wanted to play less games. Now I don't know if that was real or not.
No, that's Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr that came up. The guy who played in the 90s.
Yeah, the guy who didn't want to play Kuminga. That guy. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It was Steve Kerr. Yeah.
The guy, the genius, the super genius guy.
So he said that what the NBA is playing too many games.
Yeah, he's saying
he's on that bandwagon. Go ahead, Ryan.
No, yeah, he's basically saying the style of play of now is contributing to injury. But my thing is they were playing a faster pace in the 70s
and 80s.
Right. And okay, it slowed down in the 90s, we get it, right? But then then don't play that pace. If you think it's hurting your team, then don't play that pace.
Ryan, tell him, make it make sense.
You slow it down then.
You slow it down if it's too fast the pace.
Yeah, why are you running Curry through every damn screen and he's running 100 miles a game?
Yeah, man.
Slow your ass down then if you think it's too fast.
Yeah, hey, Steph, don't walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out.
Slow the pace down.
I don't understand you guys, man.
Because I believe that's the marathon. One, they will never change the amount. We always talked about they'll never change the amount of games because it's money involved. Yeah. Two, that's what winning the chip is about. Adversity. You know what I'm saying? Like you played a marathon of 82 games and in the playoffs. You want because if you move it to 65 games, 70 games. If you do that, then they're still gonna sit out when they can or when they want to.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Like it doesn't matter. Play the game, man. Play the game.
Just play the game, man. Why don't you just play the game right, like it was supposed to be played? But
I really don't know too much like NBA thing is even about. No more.
Right, let's end on a happy note. Let's end on a happy note. What happy thing you got for the NBA before we get out of here?
I ain't got nothing happy about no damn NBA after I see these Rockets blow a 13-point lead. with 2 minutes left.
I don't know.
I ain't happy about nothing, Kevin. I'm not happy
with the 6 seed right now.
But Ryan.
Well, actually, I don't mind him being the 6 seed, to be honest with you.
Oh,
Ryan, you can be happy about this. You said
what's going on?
Beginning of the season that this Van Vliet shit was going to hurt us.
You did.
Of course, I knew that. Yeah.
Oh, you're not mad.
What hurt you more is that they didn't go out and get another damn guard.
That's true.
And so, if you at this seed, you would play. If it was to end today, you would play the Lakers. Is that correct?
Correct. Because here's why. Right. I'd rather play the Lakers and the Spurs than Denver or OKC.
Smart.
I think we have a better shot. I think we have a better chance.
Well, Lakers now, obviously, no defense now, so y'all.
Yeah,
I mean, no defense, so.
Yeah, but they still got that beast in the middle, man.
Luka.
You meant the Lakers? I thought you said Denver.
Yeah,
no,
Lakers.
He said the Lakers. He said if you play the Lakers, the Lakers don't play no defense. So y'all should be good with that. Even though the Lakers are playing good now, but that's in the regular season.
To be fair to them, the last couple of when they went on that long winning streak, that last couple of games they were defending, and so and kudos to Marcus Smart because they put him in the starting lineup, and that kind of forced him to be more defensive. So kudos to JJ Redick with putting Marcus Smart in the starting lineup, and he kind of sets the tone. So
the only thing is, does that translate into playoff basketball for them? Because they, I don't know. They just did that for the last 9. Will that continue for a playoff run? I don't know.
The thing is with the playoffs, you're always you're playing the same team, so the scouting report is more vast, and you also get a game or 2 games in between. So
that's why I'm not even on this Laker train right now. Everybody's hype about this Laker team. I said, yo, man, they are who they are, man. Yo, listen, it's okay. They won. They did. They went on a 9-game winning streak, but the players are still the players. I don't care what you say. They still who they are. And you get in the 7-game series, somebody's gonna figure that out. They're gonna figure them out.
And I will say this about the Lakers: if the game is close, they win. They have the best winning percentage in close games. They got the most clutch points as far as a team. So when the game is close, because they legit have 3 guys who can control the game and make quality decisions. You see that with the Rockets. They don't have that right now. You have 2 young guys who are making the decision in Reed Shepherd and Amen Thompson, who are learning to play point guard on the fly. So
Ryan.
Yeah,
I will say kudos, and you heard it here first. Shout out to LeBron James for, I think, accepting that being that third wheel.
Absolutely.
Instead of trying to be the man. It looked like he's finally decided to be the third wheel. So, hey, kudos to him.
He doesn't have the energy to. He doesn't have the. He has to pick his spots now, man. He has to pick his spots,
but it took him a long time to recognize, like, yo, dude, you're not the guy. You got 2 guys.
Yeah, but when you're,
I know, I get it.
Arguably one of the best ever. It's gonna take some time for you to come to grips with that.
Get it? I seem like he got it now, so I give him props for that.
Yeah, and props to JJ Redick for.
Give me my props for saying that this guy.
No, not you.
Oh,
I'm about to say you don't get props for saying something smart. He's supposed to say that.
hey, no, because I've been labeled a LeBron hater. You
are.
Hater.
You are. Yeah, I ain't changed.
Yeah, all of y'all are. Yeah.
I don't like it, but I do acknowledge it.
And that's the first part of getting through it is acknowledging your problem.
Acknowledging it. Nah, man. But yeah, if Denver can stay healthy, they got more of a bench now. Hey, man, but it looked like it looks like OKC and San Antonio's on a collision course in the Western Conference. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. And the East is wide open, man. The East is wide open. East is wide open.
These dudes is wild, man.
Gotcha.
Knicks down 20.
Yeah, Knicks is down 20. Purdue and Texas and
tied.
Yeah, tied. Yes, upset alert for Purdue. Shout out to the Boilermakers. Ryan, is that it? What you got for us for the NBA?
Oh, what?
Yeah, man, that's it, brother.
Gotcha, man. He's Mr. Ryan DeSouza. Or what? I got my music. I'll give him some.
Dolomite DeSouza.
Jimmy Dolomite Snooker.
Oh, you jive time, mother chain.
Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Got him.
Yeah.
That's funky. Yeah, man.
Woo! They moved the ball, boy. Hawkeyes and Nebraska, they moved that ball around the horn.
Yeah, I see that, man. So, listen, I know we went over a little bit longer, but there was a lot of sports going on. Just was watching on my TV here a little bit. The evil empire, the new evil empire, the LA Dodgers just received their World Series ring. So they're playing Arizona as we speak. So, you know,
what the hell those rings look like? God.
Oh, those rings, man, and so they're going for 3. They're going for the 3-peat out there at LA with the Dodgers, man. So yeah, they're the new team to hate. So
well, they said and Shohei is throwing gas. So
gas.
Well, that's I think Yama. What's the name? He's
Yamamoto.
No, I was talking about.
But he was saying Shohei was in the spring training just the other day, man. Yeah, he was in rare form.
Yeah,
I said, my God. I mean, the heater was.
He's at 104 yesterday, man.
He was. It was crazy. It was smoke, straight smoke. But
I check him for steroids, and
hey. Allegedly.
I'm gonna say you gotta check him. I'm not saying you want him.
Shout out to the DA, man. Party shots before we get in trouble. DA, what you got for us, man?
I didn't say he was doing it. I'm just saying, we got to check these people, man. We got to check them.
You know that MLB, you got to check him.
Man. He go back to where he is. Listen, he's a bad man. I think he's the best player in the game.
Yeah, Floyd would have made Pacquiao check. So yeah, everybody check. Yeah,
listen, he want to check Pacquiao now at 54 when they fight.
Everybody get checked.
Everybody got to get checked.
Everybody got to get checked.
Yeah, listen, I think he's a bad man.
Yeah,
the Dodgers have added on to what was already great. And not just talent-wise, as they're talented baseball players, knowing the game, what to do in specific baseball situations. They were better than everyone else, man. I really look forward to the season because I think my Yanks, we got enough in the farm system. We got arms coming up that can be used.
Got Cole back.
Yeah. Our pitching staff is probably top 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
In the East, and the Yankees.
Oh, wait, just went 0 for 4 last night. Left.
Hey,
it's okay. It's okay. We got other guys.
They played 2,000 games, man.
Man, I listened to WFAN this afternoon. I was like, geez.
Yeah,
he's just not clutch. He's just not clutch. He's a great player who's not clutch.
Yeah.
He don't have the clutch gene, and everybody don't have the clutch gene, man. It's hard. That gene is not. Everybody's not don't have that.
He's James Harden.
Yeah,
but he's a bad man.
But he's a bad man
in the regular season.
He's the best hitter. He's the best hitter in baseball.
He's the best in the game. And guess what? He smoked the Giants last year. Remember when he went to what's the name of the park now? Balco, whatever the name of the park is.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oracle Park. You call it Balco Park.
Hey.
Balco Park.
Come on.
Listen, I know Judge hits for a great average for a power hitter, but he can't strike out that much, man. He's got to put the ball in play, man.
Yeah, he got to get better. Well, no,
to be the best hitter, you can't strike out that much, man.
He's not going to get better at the strikeouts. I'm just telling you, but he will.
Well, then you're gonna have a problem.
He hits for a great average. So it's he doesn't evidently he's cutting down on the strikeouts, right? Because his average is he's batting like a 360 every year. So which means that you're hitting the ball at some point in time. So
360.
Yeah. Like he averaged the last few years. Like that's
you sure about that?
Yeah.
The 3 might be a 2.
Yeah,
360. God.
Yeah, 260 now. Yeah, 260.
Yeah.
I meant. Yeah, well, that's still the best in the league. So that is not. But again, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. I think he's a great player. Because I've watched him go from only being a power hitter to being a contact hitter, or more of a contact hitter with power. So I've seen the 3 years, 2 or 3 years it took to get there. And yeah, I think he's, he'll get better as it goes on. So, we'll see. I mean,
just gotta cut down the strikeouts.
I think yes. I'm not saying that that's not true. I'm just saying that he's cut down from what they used to be. But like you said, there's always room to get better, and that's for sure. That's real.
Yeah. And that's why Jeter was so loved, right? Because Jeter would have a mediocre regular season, but in the playoffs, you knew what he was going to do. You knew he was going to show up. He's going to show up in the clutch.
Yeah, but he got that.
Whether it's defensively, offensively, doing something smart, you just knew it.
Yeah. Clutch gene.
That's a clutch gene.
Yeah, but he had that from day one. So
and Aaron Judge, by the way, is 294 career average.
Yeah, there you go. That's almost 300, man.
And for a power hitter, that's phenomenal.
And the last 3 years, he's batting. His average is 299. So.
There you go.
That's crazy.
I was only off by 50, but yeah, there you go.
So.
Yeah. I said 360. That's Tony Gwynn with power.
Yeah, that's Tony Gwynn, Rob Carew numbers there. So,
shoot,
D-Dubbz, what you got for us?
Wade Boggs. My bad. Sorry.
Yo, man. Wade Boggs. Good sports weekend, man. Yo, everything the sports is coming full circle, I guess you would so to speak. What you got? Final Four, MLB, NBA, NHL. Everything is coming down the stretch to the wire, and just starting up. So, yo, enjoy the weekend.
Woo!
Dan, what you got for us?
Nothing heavy. I do ask all in the group chat, please someone explain the WNBA to me. And no, this is legit. You have over probably 100 free agents. Only the rookies are under contract, or from the last 4 years.
Right.
So they're having two expansion drafts, or having an expansion draft for two teams before free agency. How does that work? If the expansion team drafts somebody in their free agent, then they go sign with somebody else. Doesn't that defeat the point?
Wait, say that again. What?
So they're going to have the expansion draft while everybody's a free agent.
Right.
And they can protect so many players. Well, if they pick somebody, it's a free agent. Do they lose their free agency?
Yeah. Do they get an opportunity to sign? Do they get an opportunity to leave the team that they just got drafted? Drafted by to go. Yeah, I understand.
Okay, that makes no sense.
Okay, so for instance, right? They're called like protected, like Asia Wilson and Stewart are free agents.
They can only have, I think, 5.
Right, but they're sort of protected in a sense. They're kind of like restricted. Whereas in they can match. You see what I'm saying? Like don't look at it like a free agency like how it is in basketball and football. Like if Asia says, "Hey, I'm going to New York," and they're giving me this contract, well, the Aces can match it and bring her back. So
they can protect 5. That's the most that they can protect, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to use the NFL. So Boston, Caitlin, probably they said Timpson, I think. and that leaves 2 open spots. So if either Kelsey or maybe Sophie or whatever, or Lexi. So say that they don't protect.
Sophie's a free agent.
Yeah,
so,
that's
but
what I'm
Sophie's
saying.
not.
But she's not 100 other people.
But they're not protected free agents like how they're. Sophie's not in the class of an Asia and a Stewart.
So the ones that are protected are the restricted free agents. The ones that are straight out free agents can be left unprotected. And if they are, the other team picks them.
Yes.
Do they have the option to go sign with a different team? And have their free agency. So they lose their free agency.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So
that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
how
give me.
Yeah,
it's that's just the way it is.
Go ahead, Run DMC. Say it.
It's like that.
And that's the way it is.
But they
trust me. The main free agents are not the issue. Like the Sophie Cunninghams, she might.
Did they fight for that in the contract?
Well, take a case in point though. So you got to factor in that some of these can have max contracts, like super max and a max. So look at the Liberty. You got John Quell, you got Brianna Stewart, and you got Enesco. So one of those 3 is going to get the mediocre.
No, the salary cap went up though.
You're not listening. Super max and a max, 2 players. That's the most you can have on a team. So say they sign Brianna and Enescu. That means John Quell can't get a max or super max. She has to get the lower contract. Where if she's a free agent, then she's going to bounce and try to get that super max or max somewhere else.
Yeah.
So
they can only protect. Yeah, they can only protect some 5, and then there's only 2 max contracts per team.
Right. So I'm pretty sure those 3 players are getting protected.
But if she's a free agent and doesn't get the max,
she
can sign somewhere else. So they still have the option of losing her, because the same thing may happen with Kelsey Mitchell in Indiana, because Boston's going to get one of the max contracts. Caitlin's going to be able to get it in 2027. So there's your 2 super maxes. So
I'm not sure. I'm not too sure what it is with the.
That's why it makes no sense to not have the free agency first, and then that way they have
do the draft.
They have contracts so that you can figure out
what you're trying to do with
your payroll is because it's just.
I think because of the negotiations probably went longer than what they wanted. That they just had to throw everything in the shopping cart real quick.
Yeah, I do some research on that. That's a good point. I do some research on that.
It just doesn't make any sense, because you're going to have people like just lose free agency if they get picked by an expansion team. That's not fair to them. They earned it.
Yeah. But you have the right to get out of there and get your max contract.
I don't want to play for an expansion team. I'm a free agent. I'm going to go sign here.
Yeah, I want to get my max contract. I want a super max, and I can't get one here. So,
I believe if I'm not mistaken, there's different levels of free agents. So I'll do some research on it. On it. That's good. That's a good point.
Time to go to bed, fellas. I love you.
Shout out to E and Mikey.
Mikey.
Everybody be safe. That's mine.
Yeah. Time for bed.
Ryan, 30 seconds. No, not even 30 seconds. Ryan, 15 seconds with you, bro.
15 seconds. Nah, man. Fellas, great show. March Madness, man. Great time. Sweet 16. Let's do it. I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't have that many brackets, but
life is life. Life is life, fellas. Life is life.
I feel you. Nah, but hey, man.
More ladies than we did for the guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Just watch the Sweet 16, Elite 8 this weekend.
Let's go, Johnnies.
I'm rooting for you guys.
It's funny, man. The money. We'll talk on Monday or Tuesday about what these dudes are spending. It's not more than $12 million, $13 million, but you'd be surprised that Iowa and Nebraska spent the same, almost $7 million a piece on the NIL. Wow. So now you know why. Now you know why Nebraska's there, right? Never, Iowa there. Iowa's always been a solid squad, but so it's crazy. Everybody getting paid. So now I wish Dorian was born now. We'd be getting that bread.
There it is.
So, my son be getting that bread, baby.
Shout out to Junior. We actually interviewed Junior here, I think last week, man. So check it out, though. Check it out. Our former producer here, man. He's doing some great things on his own, man. On his own podcast, man. Think like a leader, man.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah, think like a leader, man.
Listen, you'd be a follower.
We'd be a follower. I'm not gonna belabor the shout out to Michael and he was in the comments, man. Shout out to all the guys on the panel. Hey, shout out to the Sports Chaser. I'm gonna keep saying again, yo, man. We're in the top 10 in sports news on Apple and Spotify. So holla at the Sports Chasers. We're doing things, and we are making some moves. So listen, on behalf of myself, we're gonna get out here. I'm Kevin Owen, host of mine for Ryan, for Dan, for the DA, for D-Dubbz, man. This is the Sports Chasers. Y'all be good.
I gotta buy me a shirt or something. new Sports Chaser shirt.
We'll catch you on Monday night. Y'all be well.
Go online right now and do that, man.
You've been locked in with Sports Chasers, where conversation doesn't follow trends, it follows the game. If you rock with the discussion, tap in, subscribe, and join the community that keeps sports real. Until next time, stay locked, stay sharp, and keep chasing sports the right way.